Okay, hello everybody. Today we're here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 in COWS Diamond DA42. We have a 123 nautical mile flight from Sierra Alpha November San Diego to Sierra Mike Oscar Santa Monica. We'll be flying IFR and be using a TIC route to get us there along with AIATC through sayintentions.ai. It should be an awesome flight, so let's hop into the pilot seat and get started. We are in one of my favorite payware aircraft, which is COWS Diamond DA42, an awesome twin GA aircraft with a great amount of automation, which is perfect for IFR flights like today. So we've got the canopy closed, our windows open, our power levels are to idle, our trim is set to takeoff. We'll check that our flight controls are free and correct, and they are. We'll go down here to our switches, verify that all of our switches are off on the bottom, head up to the top, check in our flow that our switches are off, over to the circuit breakers. Everything looks good. Now we can get the electric master on. Let the Garmins boot up. While they do, we can head over to the flaps, bring the flaps down, verify that we have full travel for the flaps and that they are working. There's our right flap coming down, left flap coming down. We can bring those back up. We'll also boot up the second Garmin here. All right, flaps are coming up. And what's awesome is with one of the recent updates, we have checklists built right into our avionics display. So we can go to the normal operating procedures checklist and go through it. So battery voltage, we check on the electrical page here. That looks good. We have sufficient voltage to start. We already did our flight controls. We checked our trim. Go to the gear warning light, press that. That works. The annunciator comes up. We're going to skip over the de-icing checks for today, mainly because I don't know how to use them in the DA42. We'll do our variable elevator backstop test, so we'll go full power and pull back on the flight controls. You could hear the trim kicking in and go back. That works. All right, we'll go through the rest. Passengers, seat belts, seat backs, canopies latched, displays, fuel quantity left, right was checked, and fuel temperature. MFD is on, keys are in the ignition, power levers are to idle, strobe is on, check that the prop is clear, clear prop. I'm going to head down here to the left engine, turn that on, wait for the glow indicator to extinguish, and then we're going to turn the key to the left start position. There you go. We'll look over on the right display. You can see the oil pressure came up into the green. And we are producing power from our left engine. There, I'll tap through the checklist items to the right engine. And we're going to repeat the process. So we'll turn on the right engine, wait for the glow indicator to extinguish. Turn the key over to the right engine start. Watch the oil pressure come up on the right engine. Over to the electrical page. Confirm we have power, which we do. And that completes our before start checklist.
This is Skyhawk 36 Whiskey. We are
it's nice to hear a real player's CTAF calling say intentions, so let's listen to it.
A full stop landing. We'll be entering a straight in final. We are 7 miles out to the south. This is Skyhawk 36 Whiskey for Carroll Memorial traffic.
San Diego International Airport, Information India. 2251 Zulu. Wind 275 at 11. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, view at 5,000 feet. Temperature 27. Dew point 18. Altimeter 29904. Arriving and departing runway 27. Caution bird activity. Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 125.9er. Advise on initial contact. You have Information India.
Clear to Turkey via the Canog 3 departure that is filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect 6,010 minutes after departure. Departure on 135.05, squawk 5552. Duke 737 Juliet X-ray.
We'll contact ground on 130.8225 when ready. Delta 2882. Good day.
San Diego Clearance, Diamond 5271 Quebec, IFR to Santa Monica, Sierra Mike Oscar, ready to copy with information India.
I hear you, 1 sec.
St. Tensions has some recent IFR updates where clearance delivery may not give you what's filed and might amend it or change it just like real life, so let's see if they give it back to me.
Diamond 5271 Quebec, Lindbergh Clearance, clear to Santa Monica. Radar vectors OCN, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect 6,010 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.3, squawk 2131.
Cleared to Santa Monica, radar vectors OCN, climb and maintain 4,000, expect 6,010 minutes after departure. Departure 125.3, squawk 2131, Diamond 5271 Quebec. St. Tensions gets its IFR plans from Debrief, so you have to file with them first, and Debrief doesn't know about tech routes, so I just filed it manually with the expanded route.
Diamond 71 Quebec, read back correct.
Awesome, so let's open up ForeFlight and I will take you through the flight brief. So we are flying a tech route out of San Diego. We're flying to OCN via radar vectors, which is actually along the Victor 2-3 airway. We filed for 6,000, which is what is required for the tech route. So it's a standard altitude and route that ATC can kind of give you as a cookie cutter IFR flight plan. Just makes things easier for everybody. So we're going to go from OCN along the Victor 2-3 to ELB, continue on Victor 2-3, which is not a straight line. So we have to manually put all of these individual turns in Victor 2-3 into our FMS, since it doesn't have airways. And we are arriving at Dart, and then arriving at Santa Monica. Based on the current winds, Santa Monica is using runway 21, and there's only one approach for that, which is the RNAV for runway 21. So that's what we are expecting. Either that or they'll give us the visual, because it is actually a pretty nice day out. But we're going to plan for the RNAV 21 via the Darts transition, and I'll just put that into ForeFlight now. If we open up the plate for the RNAV for 21, it's pretty straightforward. So we need to arrive at Darts at 4,200, descend to our final approach fix of movie at 3,000, and then continue on straight in. Nice and easy approach. San Diego ground, Diamond 5271 Quebec, Signature Aviation, taxi with information India.
Diamond 5271 Quebec, Lindbergh ground, taxi to runway 27 via hotel, Charlie 3, cross runway 27, then Delta.
Taxi runway 27 via hotel, Charlie 3, cross runway 27, then Delta, Diamond 5271 Quebec. So not too bad, a little bit off there where they had us cross 27 to the other side to hold short of 27, so I'm actually not going to do that. We'll just hold short of 27 at Charlie 3.
Southwest 4326, taxi to runway 27 via Bravo. Charlie holds short of runway 27. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready for departure.
Taxi via Bravo, Charlie holds short of runway 27 and contacting tower on 118.3 when ready for departure, Southwest 4326.
We're returning here off hotel on to Charlie, and we have an awesome view of downtown here as we navigate our way over to 27. One of the awesome things about taking off from a Bravo is tons of traffic like this landing airliner, and we're going to watch and see where it touches down because we'll want to rotate past that point to avoid its wake on takeoff. A little bit hard to see, but he's way down the runway there.
Duke 737 Juliet X-ray, Van Nuys Tower, runway 16 left, wind 095 at 7, RNAV IPHO, cleared for takeoff.
Do our ECU test here during the run-up.
RNAV IPHO, cleared for takeoff, runway 16 left, Duke 7 Juliet X-ray.
And we've got another aircraft landing here, so we're going to do the same thing, watch where he lands. I really can't wait until St. Tensions has traffic injection working and we get all sorts of ATC communication around landing, taking off, and stuff like that.
Bonanza 77 Kilo Romeo Lindbergh Tower, runway 27, line up and wait.
San Diego Tower, Diamond 5271 Quebec, holding short runway 27 at Charlie 3, ready for departure.
Diamond 5271 Quebec, Lindbergh Tower, runway 27, winds 275 at 11. Fly heading 270, cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 270, cleared for takeoff, runway 27, Diamond 5271 Quebec. Alright, we're taxiing out here onto the displaced threshold. Displaced thresholds usually protect for an approach where you have some sort of obstructions, so it's a non-landable area, but you can taxi and take off from them because they really only protect you for landing. So you can imagine if you have an obstruction and you followed a standard glide slope, you would fly through that obstruction to land here at the beginning of the runway. So instead they move the beginning of the runway further down with a displaced threshold, and that's the part where you can start your landing. Totally fine for taking off.
Delta uniform, please.
So we're up to speed. We're actually going to rotate right here before we even hit the beginning of the runway, right from the displaced threshold. We've got positive rate. We can bring our gear up. Awesome. We got some airliners taxiing for takeoff. It's a beautiful day. It's a little bit windy based on the weather forecast. So it's going to be a bit bumpy on landing at Santa Monica.
Diamond 71 Quebec, contact departure.
Over to departure, Diamond 71 Quebec. SoCal departure, Diamond 5271 Quebec, 1,500, climbing 4,000.
Diamond 5271 Quebec, SoCal departure, radar contact. You're all set, clear direct. Let's see, OCN. Now climb and maintain 6,000 if that works for you.
Cleared OCN, climb and maintain 6,000, Diamond 5271 Quebec. That's an AI feature they added to make the ATC sound a little bit more human by changing up the phraseology, but I don't quite like it. I was expecting vectors, but it just told me to go direct, so we're just going to self-navigate using our GPS.
Turn right heading 340, descend to 3,000 feet until interception of the localizer. Upon interception of the localizer, cleared by our left. 06 left approach, top extra kilo.
Clear direct, on to maintain 2,500. Until establishment on final runway 25, or runway 14, 3826.
Climbing and maintaining flight level 230. Over to 125.275. Thank you very much. Airwing 744.
I'm looking for traffic here, but listen to this pilot's ATC call.
Thank you. We're type 172, 10 miles southeast of the Buckeye VOR at 2,100 feet, and we would like VFR flight following to Ohio State University.
Skyhawk 33 Foxtrot, radar contact. 4 south of my place airport at 1900 feet. Cardington altimeter 30.03.
That dude's definitely a real pilot. I'll bet he says position checks.
Position checks on Skyhawk 33 Foxtrot.
Yes. If you're used to talking to ATC, there's a certain cadence that you get when you speak that you can almost spot when you hear other people use it. And then just the phraseology. There's a lot of phraseology that you sort of gloss over if you're simming, but things like position checks.
Skyhawk 33 Foxtrot, contact Indianapolis Center on 120.475.
Indianapolis Center 120.475. Skyhawk 33 Foxtrot. Thank you.
When he asked for flight following, he gave his position relative to a nearby VOR, same as you would for a PIREP, and it's details like that that are just textbook for phraseology.
Approach 2706, 10,700, descending to 5,000, turning on to heading 345.
Diamond 71 Quebec. Expect the RNAV runway 21 approach into Santa Monica. I'll have your descent for you in about 20 minutes. Just, give me a shout if you want to descend sooner.
Okay, we'll expect the RNAV for runway 21 Santa Monica and maintain 6,000 until you call us, Diamond 5271 Quebec. We'll just get ahead of the airplane here and start loading up the approach into our FMS.
Diamond 71 Quebec. Contact March departure approach on 125.275.
Forward to March approach on 125.275, Diamond 71 Quebec. March approach, Diamond 5271 Quebec, level 6,000.
Diamond 5271 Quebec, March departure. Good evening, Oceanside, altimeter 29.88.
2988, Diamond 71 Quebec.
Diamond 71 Quebec, contact Los Angeles Center on 119.905.
Over to Los Angeles Center on 119.905, Diamond 71 Quebec. Los Angeles Center, Diamond 5271 Quebec, level 6000.
Diamond 5271 Quebec, Los Angeles Center, good evening, Santa Ana, altimeter 29.88.
2988, Diamond 71 Quebec.
Going to 128.65, G.Sky 202. G.Sky 202 is flight level 360.
25.375, American 676. Vector 16, 1774.
Diamond 71 Quebec, contact SOCAL departure on 124.3.
Over to SOCAL departure on 124.3, Diamond 71 Quebec. SOCAL departure, Diamond 5271 Quebec, level 6000.
Diamond 5271, Quebec SoCal departure. Good evening, Chino, altimeter 29.88. Diamond 71 Quebec, 12 miles from Darts. Maintain heading 275, descend and maintain 4000 until established. Cleared for the RNAV runway 21 approach.
Cleared RNAV runway 21, maintain heading 275, descend and maintain 4000 until established, Diamond 5271 Quebec. Alright, we've arrived at our darts transition, so we're going to make our turn. That's Harding Golf Course underneath us, which is a good visual waypoint. We're overflying Hollywood Reservoir right now.
Diamond 5271 Quebec, Los Angeles Center, contact Santa Monica Tower on 120.1.
Over to Tower on 120.1, good day, Diamond 71 Quebec. Santa Monica Tower, Diamond 5271 Quebec, RNAV 21.
Diamond 5271 Quebec, Santa Monica Tower, winds 215 at 7 gusting 15, runway 21, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 21, Diamond 71 Quebec. A little bit of gusting wind at 15 to deal with, not too bad. Enjoy the photogrammetry and awesome scenery on this approach. I got a whole new computer and graphics card a while again, and it's like playing a different game. The amount of detail you can see with everything cranked up to ultra is just incredible. So we've got Century Park that we are passing here on our right. We've got the field in sight. Okay, we're on short final, so we're going to disengage the autopilot and hand fly it in. And there are those gusts kicking us around a bit. Getting back on center line. Flared high, and our speed was high, so we're starting to balloon. Now we're dropping. We're going to put a little bit of power in right at the end here to soften it. It's still a little bit hard, but not too bad.
Diamond 71 Quebec, welcome to Santa Monica, contact ground on 121.9er.
Over to ground at 0.9er, Diamond 71 Quebec. Santa Monica ground, Diamond 5271 Quebec, clear runway 21 at Bravo 3, taxi to general aviation parking.
Diamond 5271 Quebec, Santa Monica ground. Taxi to general aviation parking via Bravo 3, cross runway 03. Then Alpha 3, Alpha Alpha 5, cross runway 21. Then Bravo 5, Bravo. Good day.
Alright, ground didn't quite get it right that time, so we're going to go rogue here since it doesn't penalize us and taxi right across. So of course you can't go rogue in real life, you have to talk to ground, but we're just going to cheat a little bit here, do a 180 at Bravo 3. This was actually the beginning of the taxi instructions they gave us, which was do exactly this, cross the one-way, but then go around the block and come back to the same side we're on. Instead, we're just going to cross the runway, and I can see Atlantic Aviation over there. Looks like a good parking spot, so we're going to jog over to Atlantic. Overall, though, I would say that St. Intentions has been doing really great with taxi instructions recently. It's a tough technical challenge because a lot of airports, especially non-payware airports, don't have good taxi setups just in the sim to use. They have a taxi tuner feature that lets you go and adjust them if they're not right, so I could always go and set it up for this airport. Alright, it was fun to fly IFR for a while. You certainly get to talk to ATC a lot more than you do when you fly VFR, so I enjoyed that. And as always, it was really cool hearing all of the other real-life Say Intentions pilots making all of their radio calls. It adds a lot of life to the sim, just like flying on VATSIM or Pilot Edge does. So I hope you enjoy realistic general aviation content like this. If you do, be sure to click that like button, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks as always for flying along with me, and stay tuned for further flight adventures.